English Rise Podcast.
Easy listening and speaking practice. The more you read, the more you know, and the more your life can grow. Even 5 minutes a day can change your vocabulary, your thinking, and over time, your opportunities. Most learners underestimate what 5-10 minutes of reading in English every day can do.
Wow, that's a strong idea. Hi everyone, I'm Alex.
Welcome to the English Rise podcast, easy English listening and speaking practice to help you build fluency and confidence. I'm Emma.
And I'm Alex. Today we're talking about the daily reading habit that quietly changes everything. Simple, right? But powerful. We'll keep this episode practical and calm. Things you can start today, even if you're busy or feel your English isn't perfect.
Exactly. Think of this as a friendly guide. Small steps, steady progress. No pressure. We'll explain why reading helps, break the myths that stop learners, show how to design a habit that actually lasts, and share a 7-day starter plan you can follow right away.
Let's go. I have one question before we start. Emma, why does simply reading more actually help so much? I mean, a lot of learners study grammar and do exercises. How does reading fit in?
Great question, Alex. Reading helps in several quiet but deep ways. First, it grows vocabulary naturally. When you read, you meet words in context. You see how sentences are built. Second, it helps grammar and sentence structure without heavy study. You absorb patterns. Third, it trains your focus in a world that loves distractions.
And those small minutes add up, right? Can you give a simple number for listeners who like facts?
Sure. If you read 5 pages a day, that's about 1 small book a month, sometimes more. Over a year, you're reading many books. You gain language, new ideas, and confidence. Those books shape how you think and how you speak.
I can say from experience, when I started reading short articles and simple stories in English, I noticed new phrases entering my speech. It wasn't overnight, but after a few months, I was using words and expressions I had seen in books. That felt real.
Exactly. Let me share a quick personal story. A few years ago, I wanted to teach a new course, but I felt uneasy about using certain phrases. I started reading short articles in English each morning, interviews, essays, simple essays on teaching. Within months, I found myself saying things I had read in a natural way. It made my lessons smoother and my confidence grew. Small habit, big change.
I love that. Okay, now let's break the myths. Because listeners always ask, I don't have time. My English isn't good enough. I must understand every word. Or I have to finish every book. Emma, can we take these one by one?
Yes. Myth 1. I don't have time. Answer. You don't need hours. Start with 5 minutes. Even 5 minutes daily is meaningful. Myth 2. My English isn't good enough. Answer. It's okay to read easier books, graded readers, or short articles. The goal is understanding and joy, not torture.
Myth 3. I must understand every word. Nope, you don't. Guess from context. Look up only important or repeated words. Myth 4. I must finish every book. Also no. If a book bores you, stop. The point is consistent reading and enjoyment. If you hate it, you won't keep doing it.
Right. The aim is consistency, not perfection. Think of reading like walking. Some days you walk a short distance, some days longer. The key is to move every day.
So, how do we design a reading habit you can actually keep? I always tell my students, make it tiny and make it social, or at least make it obvious. Emma, what are the basic building blocks?
Start very small, 5 minutes or 3 to 5 pages a day. Choose a fixed time, after breakfast, on your commute, or before bed. Make it easy. Keep your book in your bag, on your desk, or beside your pillow. Make it pleasant. Tea, quiet space, no heavy notes. And use the never miss twice rule. If you miss one day, make sure you read the next day.
I love the never miss twice rule. Simple and forgiving. My routine is read on the subway for 10 minutes every morning. No need to finish a chapter, just 5 or 10 quiet minutes. That small ritual helps me start the day with calm.
My routine is a short reading session after lunch, sometimes with a cup of tea. 5 to 10 minutes, often moving words into my notebook only if they repeat. It's become a small pleasure, not a chore.
Listeners often ask, what should I read? There are so many choices. Emma, can you simplify it?
Yes. Choose between 3 simple buckets. 1. Easy English. Graded readers, simple novels, short story collections. 2. Useful for life. Books about mindset, work, communication, health, or money. These teach ideas and language. 3. Pure enjoyment. Fiction, romance, fantasy, anything you love. The key is to pick something you enjoy and can finish.
And don't be afraid to switch. If a book is too hard or too boring, stop. Pick another. It's better to finish a short, interesting book than struggle through a long, difficult one just because it's important.
Right. Some learners also worry about reading strategies. They ask, how can I read in English without feeling overwhelmed or turning it into heavy study? Let's share simple techniques.
Right. Some learners also worry about reading strategies. They ask, how can I read in English without feeling overwhelmed or turning it into heavy study? Let's share simple techniques. First, don't stop for every new word. Only look up words that are important for understanding or ones you see again. Second, try to guess meanings from context. Look at the sentence and the next sentence. Third, highlight or underline natural phrases. Collocations like make progress or take care, not single words only.
Add a tiny habit. Keep a list of 3 to 5 new words or phrases per day, maximum. That's enough to review and to feel progress. Occasionally, read a short paragraph aloud to practice pronunciation and rhythm. That helps your speaking naturally.
Can we show a quick example? Let's read a short sentence and guess a word from context. Emma, can you read this sentence?
Sure, here's a simple sentence. The market was bustling with shoppers buying fresh fruit and hot bread. Now, if you don't know bustling, look at the sentence. Shoppers, buying fresh fruit and hot bread. Those words suggest activity, energy. So bustling means busy and lively. You didn't need a dictionary.
Exactly. Guessing like that builds skill. One more tip. Sometimes reading a sentence aloud helps you feel the rhythm and meaning. Try it.
The market was bustling with shoppers buying fresh fruit and hot bread. Hear how the voice rises and falls? That rhythm helps your speaking too.
Nice! Okay, listeners, now a 7-day starter plan you can try this week. Keep it simple and clear.
Nice. Okay, listeners, now a 7-day starter plan you can try this week. Keep it simple and clear. Day 1 to 2, choose an easy book. Read 5 minutes at the same time each day. Day 3 to 4, read 5 to 10 minutes. Write down 3 new words or phrases you like. Day 5 to 6, read a little and then say, in simple English, what happened or what you learned, 1 or 2 sentences.
Day 7. Read, then reflect. How do you feel? Was it easy or hard? Decide your reading time and daily minutes for next week. That's it. No complicated rules. Start small and adjust.
Let me add a practical idea. Choose a short story collection or a book of essays to feel progress. Short chapters give you small wins and motivation to continue.
Also, use technology, set a daily reminder on your phone, or use a habit app. But don't let tracking become stress. The reminder is a nudge, not a test.
Some listeners may say, I try, but I get distracted. Okay, you are not alone. Try a focus trick. Read for 5 minutes and then stand up or stretch. Gradually increase to 10 minutes. Or try splitting time. 2 sessions of 5 minutes each, 1 in the morning, 1 at night.
And here's another tip. Reading with a friend or joining a small reading group can help. You don't need to meet in person. Even a chat group where you share short thoughts is motivating.
Now, let's talk about graded readers and level-appropriate materials. If you're A1 or A2, start with graded readers designed for your level. If you're B1, try short novels or adapted classics at intermediate level. If you're B2 and above, choose original novels, but maybe shorter authors or contemporary writers with simple style.
But Emma, I'd say, don't be scared of real books, even if you're lower level. Pick short books with clear language. Or try nonfiction with short chapters about topics you love. Mindfulness, productivity, or travel. Those can be really motivating.
Yes, motivation is the engine. If you enjoy the topic, you'll keep going. Which brings us to the next point, reading for life, not just language. Books about work, communication, or health teach transferable ideas and vocabulary that help your real life.
For example, I read a short book about productivity last year in English. I picked up useful phrases like time blocking and deep work. I then used those phrases at work. That felt practical and boosted my confidence.
Good example. Another simple practice. After reading, try to say in English one thing you learned or one sentence summary. This small speaking step connects reading to speaking.
Let's practice together now. Emma, I just read a paragraph about habit stacking, putting a new habit right after an existing one. In one sentence, habit stacking makes new routines easier because they attach to something you already do. How would you say that?
Nice summary, Alex. I'd say habit stacking helps because you link a new small habit, like reading, to an existing action, like making coffee. Short and clear.
Perfect. Short sentences, clear meaning. That's how to practice speaking from reading.
Now, some frequently asked questions we get from listeners. Q1. How do I keep motivation for months? A1. Keep variety. Rotate books. Combine fiction with short non-fiction. Keep small rewards. A cup of tea after reading or a star on a calendar.
Now, some frequently asked questions we get from listeners. Q2. What if I can't find time for 5 minutes? A2. Look for micro moments. Waiting in line, elevator rides, brushing teeth. Yes, you can listen to a short ebook while you do small tasks. Also, combine reading with commuting if you use public transport.
Q3. Should I study grammar while reading? A3. Only lightly. If a grammar pattern repeats and you notice something new, note it. But avoid grammar-heavy interruptions. Reading teaches grammar naturally if you read often.
Q4. Is reading aloud useful? A4. Yes, occasionally. Reading a short paragraph aloud helps with pronunciation and rhythm. But you don't have to read everything aloud. Just a few sentences each session is enough.
Now, a short practical exercise you can do right now with this episode. Pause the podcast, open a short article or a book on your phone and read for 3 minutes. When you come back, say one sentence about what you read. Try it.
I'll wait. Go on. Welcome back. How was it? Maybe you read a short paragraph? Great! Even that small moment is progress.
Let's finish with a quick recap and encouraging words. The main ideas. A small daily reading habit can change your English and your life. You don't need a lot of time or perfect English. Start tiny, choose enjoyable books, and be consistent.
Remember, 5-10 minutes a day, 3 to 5 pages, choose easy or interesting material, use the never miss twice rule, and speak a sentence about your reading sometimes. These simple actions build fluency over months.
Before we close, a final thought. Learning a language is a long, gentle process. Small steps matter. Your reading habit is not a test. It's a doorway to new words, ideas, and confidence. Be kind to yourself.
Yes, and if you feel stuck, try changing the book or the time. Tiny adjustments keep the habit alive. And celebrate small wins. Finishing a chapter, using a new word, understanding something without a dictionary.
Thank you for listening today. And if you feel stuck, try changing the book or the time. Tiny adjustments keep the habit alive. And celebrate small wins. Finishing a chapter, using a new word, understanding something without a dictionary.
Remember, learning English takes time, and that's okay. Every small step you take is helping you improve.
If you enjoyed this podcast, come back again and keep practicing with us. We'll keep learning together.
If you enjoyed this podcast, come back again and keep practicing with us. We'll keep learning together.
See you in the next episode.